Money make the world go round. I'm trying to get it all right now. Everybody worry about the crown being. Look, homie, I'm the man right now. Talking to a peon, kind of time we on. Don't roll like the kind of take eons. Got a little buzz, it's time to go beyond. Can't look back, no time to hit rewind. Yeah, she wants to do S class. I'm like, move, like you must ask. They pour way too much in your glass. Just move your hips like a whole up class. Get the gab, I talk that gas. Strut like up and I walk that shit. When I'm up, that's it. I'ma start living reckless. Get that bag, I'ma walk like this. Yeah, I'ma walk like this. Hit that lane, I'ma walk like this. Walk in the spot, but they all get lit. Tell them flow, let me talk my shit. Every song bang when they drop in hit. Stand on the man, post stop, no miss. Over your head, next time, don't slip. Play your part, better read that script. Yeah, I'ma walk like this.
Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Today's episode of the Wrestle Arc Podcast brought to you guys today by our friends over at Player One Coffee, Next.com, Vivid Seats, Eternal Dreams, covers, and especially our friends over at W Energy, where you guys use the code capitals BWN Radio Network to get 10% off your order. So thanks to all the sponsors today. All those links down below in the description bar down below. Go ahead, Noble.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Wrestle Arc Podcast. You got a lot to talk about, but we're not doing this alone. I'm here with Elaine Thomas, Ian Bourne, and of course, we got Big Cash.
Hi.
Yeah. There's not a lot to talk about.
Radio's in chat.
Yeah, and Radio's in the chat. What's up, Radio?
Got a weird smiley thing. I'm scared.
Boy, yeah. So, we got a lot to talk about, including results to the 3 shows. 2 PLEs, one PLE, one pay-per-view for each, and one.
There was an NXT show we have to go over to.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah. Great American Bash. Yeah, we're going over that as well here. But we got a lot to talk about here. So, what should we start with?
I'd say we start off with Saturday night's main event. Or hold on, hold on. Was American Bash before it?
No. Yeah.
No. Yes, it was.
Yeah, let's go over American Bash first.
Alright. Go over that. If I can get the fucking thing here.
I didn't really watch much of it, but I saw Ethan Page and Ricky Six have a banger. They had a banger.
Yeah.
Not much.
Yep, found it. Alright. So, the first match of the Great American Bash is Javon Evans versus Jasper Troy. And this is where Javon Evans picked up the win.
I don't know who Jasper Troy is.
He's
he is the LG Season 1 winner.
Yeah.
Most people here are not a fan of him here. And especially Liam here.
I just don't get it. I don't get the hype at all. So, I get he won some fake fabricated reality TV show and he's got an NXT contract, but I'm just like, I don't see what everybody else sees in it, and I just don't understand it. Whereas I think, but Javon Evans is the correct result because he's the more established stuff. And Javon Evans, yeah, but Javon Evans, unlike Jasper Troy, actually has bags of talent.
And he's bouncy.
Bouncy!
Very bouncy.
Yep. Yeah, Javon Evans is obviously a correct choice when it comes to this, honestly. So, moving on to the Women's North American Championship match between Izzy Dane out of the Colon with Tam Paxley in her corner and Soruka with Zarya in her corner.
Luka has some 3 matches in like one on Friday, one on Saturday, and one on Sunday.
Yes. That's, yeah.
Cheap.
Nuts.
Workhorse.
Fair play to her.
She's young. She gets good.
Yeah, but that's a massive risk of injury, though, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, but she got stretchy limbs. You know, she ain't former gymnast. She's
You can get injured by walking down the hill.
I can, yeah, because I'm an idiot. But
Still, fair play to her. She retained though, didn't she? So.
She did retain.
yeah,
Yes.
because it was so natural. It's really a very good trade. Maybe it's just I don't watch.
I have watched Soul wrestled for NXT. Like, the Soul Snatcher, in my opinion, is one of the best moves I've seen. I don't know what
She
anybody else.
hit a double soul snatch at that Evolution.
Yeah,
At the same time.
that is nuts. That is absolutely nuts. So yeah, win from Soul. Next match is the Falls Count Anywhere match for the North American Championship between Ricky Saints and Ethan Page.
I'm surprised that Ethan Page won this.
Same.
Yeah, I am too actually. Like, based on all the thoughts and stuff that they're supposed to get a new faction, then you'd think Ethan Page would be the perfect fit for that.
Ethan Page would fit perfectly, man.
Yes.
Contrast is like having Ricky Saints lose, but then not go up to the main roster and do anything. But then it's like if you're going to keep him down in NXT, I don't see him doing anything else unless they move him up to Open. I don't think.
I don't know. I legit
NXT's a very confusing show for me at the moment. I just don't understand a lot of things going on there. It's just not very entertaining. It's a bit doesn't particularly lose me anymore. Which is another thing to say about 5 to 6 months ago, it was arguably one of the best things they showed on TV. Now I just don't get anything.
I'm bored. Like I'm way more confused about that result. I literally thought Ricky Saints would win this thing, but it's what it is at this point.
I mean, you could still get pulled up. Maybe they just haven't done it straight away.
No, probably. Yeah. That probably might be the case, but then it's just Ricky Saints to me is like, if you want him to come up to the main roster, I think he's better off either coming up as a babyface or as a heel. It's like, but then they have a lot of people floating around in the mid card, not doing particularly much on SmackDown anyway.
Well, I don't think they're gonna call him up without him having a match for the NXT title. So.
Yeah, but in my opinion, he should be like the NXT champion before he goes up to me. A little bit.
She might be the one to beat over Femi. I mean, there's no one else there.
Speak something.
Very. Sorry, just one thing. It's very symptomatic of the way NXT is at the moment. That's why it's just like men's main event scene is so non-existent. Like they really had Jasper Troy going for a defender from minute 1, which I'm like, I don't particularly understand. Like, pretty much forcing the guy down because Starks already, when he's not really established himself, he can't account for everybody watching LFG. But in here, the reaction to Jasper Troy, he gets nothing at all.
Yeah, they need to explain who he is, you know.
I know they've done vignettes and stuff, but it's just like you can't account for people always being sat down throughout the show from minute 1 right till the 2 hour and 8 minute mark, which I think what NXT usually is. Actually, it's usually 2 hours, I think, just from TV, so they have to, they have a hard out. But being, it's just like, there's no one else there either. Like, maybe you could. I'm not saying you should move Tony D'Angelo and Channing Stacks around the world after not to the main roster, but to the main event scene after their little feud stuff. It's just like, there's just nobody there.
I think Tony D could go up there.
I think D'Angelo probably can. But then, I don't know. What do we have?
I can see.
Anyway, Oba Femi also had a match.
Yep.
Well, and while you guys talk about NXT Championship, speak of that, Yoshiki Nomura taking on Oba Femi.
This was actually a good match, you know.
Yeah, but the thing is, right, Yoshiki Inamura, he's very good. Obafemi, he's very good. It's just like you're going to get a guaranteed bag, you know. And then I think there was some involvement from Josh Briggs or something. But I don't know. Apparently there was some stuff.
Yeah, there's like shenanigans happened during that.
Well, something happened backstage between them last.
Yes. Something did happen during NXT as well here.
Anyway, that wasn't the main event.
Main event. Fatal Influence, consisting of the NXT Women's Champion JC Jane and Fallon Henley against Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe.
And this is where the main talking point from this show comes from.
Yep. And Grace and Monroe did.
Turned heel.
Yeah, she turned heel in Evolution.
Same thing.
Yeah, no. This was
She teased this.
Yes.
She teased.
And that was the Great American Match.
Yeah, that was very quick.
Real quick.
All in or as before. It's all in. It's still on. When Saturday night's main event started.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with what anybody else wants to do. Yeah. Me and TL. Not really gonna bother going over the pre-show stuff. I can say the results of the pre-show matches that people really want to know. The first pre-show match was the Sons of Texas, being Dustin Rhodes, Mark and Eric, Cross on Eric, SNME Guevara, Kevin Hunter, and what it featured Shane Taylor Promotions, which was Shane Taylor, Lee Moriarty, Carly Bravo, Captain Stroll, Dean Anthony Gogo, and Trisha Dora. And in the next match, we had Big Boom, AJ and the Conglomeration, Skylar Riley, Hologram, and Tomohiro Ishii, and Big Justice and the Wrestler. Defeated Dr. Kellis family. Maybe, who knows, like a 0 hour. Sure at this point. But yeah, there's Dr. Kellis family, Edge Sarah, and that's all Frank Beretta by pinfall. The 5-3-star match saw FTR, Ashby Impact Star, Stokely, defeating the Outrunners and Truth Act and Bobo Floyd. And the main card opened with the Ops, so that being Katsuyori Shibata, Powers vs. Mojo, taking on the Death Riders of Claudia Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, and Gabe Kidd in a trios match from the AEW World Trios Championship. This was actually quite a fun opener, I actually really enjoyed it. It's just
I didn't know what was going to open. They could have opened with anything, to be honest.
I think it's been a tradition at this point that All In does open with the Trios Championships, like opened last year into ladder match, which was.
But we mentioned on the prediction show that they could have opened with the Bucks versus Ospreay and Swerve.
Yeah, they could have done that. But
So I don't know. I saw Samoa Joe got injured or taken out or whatever.
So after 40 minutes and 10 seconds, the Ops, that being Katsuyori Shibata, Powers, and Samoa Joe did in fact retain the AEW World Trios Championships. I think Wheeler Yuta was the man who got pinned after Samoa Joe did a muscle buster, and then after the match, the Death Riders attacked him and did their whole traps on his neck and a chair thing, and then stopped on him or something like that. So
That's not nice.
So for that being, is Samoa Joe's going on a little hiatus to promote season 2 just to they were writing him off.
And when he goes back, he's gonna kill them.
Yeah, probably Claudio more specifically. I don't want to see him against Willie here anymore.
You don't want to see you.
I hope this dude needs to First of all, there's a fan rightly chanted at you, be like, you to get a haircut, you can barely fucking see.
Yeah. And the beard.
Then we had the men's casino tournament for AEW or future AEW World Championship match, which was 34 minutes and 55 seconds long, which was won by MJF pinning Roderick Strong. So the finish saw, I think it was Mark Briscoe did a Dre Driller on Roderick Strong. MJF then shoved Mark Briscoe out of the ring, and MJF coming strong to me. But if you want to know the entrance of the match, Mark Briscoe, MJF started, then you had Ricochet, Bandito, Nice good to catch it's the guy who's in a little bit of a rivalry with MJF, sort of. Yeah, Josh Alexander, Anthony Bowen, so I think it's not really, unless he's been on Collision, he's not really been around that much. You had Roderick Strong, Brody King, the return of Juice Robinson, and I think the Guns also returning, so there's some shenanigans involved. So
we got Jay White there somehow.
Yeah. Maybe he'd be ready by now, but I guess he's not, so that's a shame. And you had Kota Ibushi, the Mixed Mortals, and the final entrance was Max Caster, who got absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, Max Caster being your last entrance is a bit of a letdown.
I was like, someone big, please, if you don't mind.
That's like the Royal Rumble, right? And you have James Ellsworth be the last man.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like, actually. But yeah, no, winning the gauntlet, I think he was probably a heavy favourite before, I'd say.
No, I think it was quite obvious, wasn't it, to be honest?
Yeah.
But I mean, I thought Darby was going to be in it and win it.
Yeah, we'll get to him later. But no, it's like MJF obviously is lining up Hangman based on stuff last night.
Yes, and we mentioned this 2 weeks ago. We said they need Hangman and MJF. That will bring the feeling back.
Yes.
I mean, they had a match, 3 months ago at Revolution. It was really good. Like, even the feud beforehand, the Raws match was really good. So.
And the whole thing, the feud between them will be very, very good, you know?
It'll be better now, it's like the AEW title. 100%. The next match was the 4-way match for the vacant AEW TNT Championship, but beforehand you had the previous champion Adam Cole come out to a promo. It was a very emotional one. He thought he would have to say he would never have to wrestle again, but of course that was shut down by somebody, I guess, to say don't make any rash decisions or something like that. But then yeah, Dustin Rhodes, Daniel Garcia, Carl Fletcher and Sammy Guevara were the contestants, but it was won by Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah, I think it's Stone Cold.
But that doesn't stand so well. Yeah, it's a good moment. It's a good moment, don't get me wrong. Like the guy who's been there since day one, finally getting an AEW championship officially. But then for me, this was Kyle Fletcher's match to win. Because I know, granted, Dynamite said he's going to make Dustin Rhodes' life a living hell. He's going to do anything in his power to basically get the AEW TNT Championship now. It's like Kyle Fletcher being crowned at All In would have cemented this run he's been on for the last 12 months or maybe 9 or 8 months, whatever it is. But like consistent improvement last year through to this year, especially after the heel turn to the feud with Ospreay. You want to crown your young guy and give him something. The TNT Championship would have been the perfect start.
It does make me think whether or not he was going to be Adam Cole to begin with or not.
Yeah, we did have a discussion before we were live for Saturday night's main event. In that respect.
Yeah, but hopefully Adam Cole, hopefully he doesn't have to retire. Hopefully we do see him in the ring again. One of my favourite wrestlers ever.
Yeah. Seeing him like that was really sad as well.
He's got health issues. We don't know exactly what they are. Yeah, but
he felt sick stuff. He felt sick the morning of, apparently.
Yeah, but hopefully he'll be back because he says he'll be gone for a while. So
yes, We wish nothing but the best.
Hopefully he gets the help he needs, and hopefully he comes back.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyway, the
Also,
next
Adam, double clothesline.
double clothesline.
Yeah. If he has to retire, that will be like one of the best things he's ever done.
Yep. The whole stuff with MJF better than you. My God. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. Agreed.
And the main event of all, which was the first wrestling show I've ever been to live, and for me to see that was, I really loved it.
And you
My
saw-
friendship with the end.
You saw Kung Fu Kick.
See that? Yeah. You know, the Aussie Open 0.
Yeah. Anyway, Adam Cole, we love you. Get back soon.
Yeah, so the next match was a high stakes tag team match. Justin Roberts called it, which was Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay versus the executive vice presidents, or the then executive vice presidents. The Young Bucks, Matthew Jackson and Nicholas Jackson. So since the Young Bucks lost, they were stripped of the executive vice president titles. And Ospreay and Strickland lost. They would not been able to have challenged for the AEW World Championship for 1 year. But this match, my goodness me, it was incredible.
I complained.
Yeah.
It was not awesome.
I know, you always do.
Yeah, but I had a point, and no one has been able to prove me wrong yet, so, yeah.
No, it's not that you don't have a point, but I don't think you don't have a point. You do have a point, obviously. It's like, it's just a Will Ospreay match that's going to be ridiculous kickouts.
Yeah, but I don't get how they can make him kick out every single move, including all the big moves, every single move, and then the other Bucks just to kick out one.
The match did end off.
That's like some 2K resiliency shit there, mate.
And Strickland and Ospreay did work with a very cool hit.
It was just not, I won't complain about it.
Like, I mean, this is arguably one of the matches, one that I would probably had the result been any different in the main event. I think this would have been a match of the night. But,
Yeah, that main event had a lot riding on it.
Yep, and I thought the main event was actually, we'll get to it later afterwards, yeah. Anyway, we had the women's casino gauntlet following that, which was won by Athena after she hit Athena Hirakawa. And the entrants in the women's gauntlet match were as follows. So you had Chris Statlander and Megan Bates starting 1 and 2, followed by Willow Nightingale, May Mello, Tekla, Julie Hart, Queen Aminata, Ina Shirakawa, Athena, Thunder Rosa, Shuri from Stardom, and Alex Winter, making her official AEW debut. And I thought this match was really fun as well. There was a lot of chaos.
I mean, I think Athena winning.
Right person.
See, here's the thing, right? I was like, Athena winning made us believe a certain result would happen in the women's world title match, but clearly they went another way with it. But I'm very glad Athena won. But when she was on Dynamite this past week, she got like no reaction. I know she was only on the screen, but like she got no reaction whatsoever. It's quite sad.
It is, but
It really is.
hopefully, when she actually officially shows up, perhaps a better city with a better attended venue. Granted, the venue was possible to time, but it's very nice. Very unique atmosphere, very unique venue, which I would say. I think it's called the Aragon in Chicago, that's what they were for Dynamite, but no, I think the right person won the golden match in my opinion. That was probably...
Yeah, she should have won. I didn't know who
Well, I
would
could
win.
probably make a case for maybe Chris Statlander or Willow Nightingale to have won that as well, but in my opinion, Athena winning wasn't the right decision. It was a very...
And Athena should take that title.
I think so, but she also needs to drop the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship first if you
No,
want
I think it will take it because it's like 67,000 belts at the same time.
He still has 67,000 belts, so yeah. Well, he's won the war, he's got those belts, you know.
Yeah.
The women's got the match went 27 minutes. 27-minute match. It was very fun. Anyway, well, we had the Hurt Syndicate defending the AEW World Tag Team Championships in a three-way against Jet Speed. So that's the team of Kevin Knight, Speedball Mike Bailey, Patriarchy, Christian Cage, and Nick Wayne. It was won by the champions.
I was not interested in this.
Yeah, no, there's a bit of a
until after the match.
Before they get to the three big matches they had loaded on the card. And this was sort of a bit of a pull-down match, if you will. But the post-match angle was Christian Cage was turned on by the Patriarchy. So he was turned on by Nick Wayne and given a Sabian along with Mother Wayne. Then after the match you had the return of one Adam Copeland, whatever you want to call him. But for some reason he had to do his whole entrance first before he could run down.
Oh yeah. You had to turn side to side, like Tim's about to get a concerto and he's like, oh, I'm just gonna turn side to side and cheer and then come help you.
Yeah, and then he went, I think he spiked Nick Wayne or Jim Sabian, one of the two. Faced him off, got a microphone, and then just very reminiscent of one of the first promo encounters between Cage and Copeland. He said, instead of Christian Cage saying, go fuck yourself, you had Copeland saying, go find yourself.
I think that's a very good line, to be honest.
Well, yeah, because Christian Cage is a different person from what Adam Copeland typically would know.
And we all know if this is going to lead that person.
There'll be a CNC reunion. That's what they're going to be called.
TNT? CNC. I thought you said TNT then.
TNT. Dynamite.
Christian Copeland.
Yeah. But no, I think putting them back together, especially I'd argue both of them probably don't have a lot of time left in their careers, and I think they might be the ones who eventually beat the Hurt Syndicate for the tag belts, to be fair.
They'll want to go on a last stand together, won't they? So.
Yeah, but the whole arc now will be obviously Copeland is who he is, he knows who he is, whereas like Christian Cage will be looking to redeem himself. As Copeland said on Dynamite this past week, pull his head out of his ass, or I think it was his large cranium out of his ass. That's what he said. But no, that was a fun little thing. It was a good way to bring Cope back, and I'm glad that's the direction they're going in for those two particular people. As they can ride off into the sunset together.
I'm trying to see what they do with Nick Wayne and all that now, though.
Yeah, because now they have got their charismatic leader of the helm. I think Nick Wayne will pretty much step up and have to really. They're going to have to do a lot of character work, which is like, my money, Nick Wayne is an in-ring prodigy. He can do whatever he wants, pretty much. But him now, he's moving to a stage of his career where he has to figure out who he is as a character. But,
yeah.
Then we had the first of the three events, which was Timeless Tony Storm defending the AEW Women's World Championship against Mercedes Moné. This match was
I thought this should have been the co-main event, to be honest.
Yes, probably. But
yes, the match was very, very good. See what happens when you put two very good wrestlers in the ring together. They make magic.
There's also a lot of callbacks to the feud, so a lot of nutty stuff, shall we say, if you get what I mean. Yeah.
And there was a kiss. There was a kiss, yeah.
Well, necked on the someone. Yeah. But then the result was Timeless Tony Storm delivered a barrage of Sub-Zero Clown Dreads, I think.
Was she kissed Mercedes and then?
Yes. Then, so she won with a kiss on the lips, basically, in Power Drive.
So
I love you, but fuck you, I'm going to.
So, all everyone needed to do to beat Mercedes was just kiss her. That's all they needed to do.
The match went for 24 minutes and 10 seconds, I think. Throughout those 24 and 10 seconds, I was entertained from everyone.
Yeah, it could have gone either way too, because there was very close earphones from both sides.
Absolutely, yeah. I don't know, I think, as I said on the prediction stream, while Tony Storm, without the championship being timeless, without being a champion would be an interesting way to go, I think I go with Mercedes. Mercedes losing on the big stage. Maybe this is where like Mercedes goes on a bit of
The downfall.
a downward spiral. She starts losing all the championships and the various promotions she's in, and then once has to work her way back to the AEW Women's World Championship, whether it's to be held by Tony Storm, then remains to be seen.
I think what they should do personally is she should lose everything, have a complete like meltdown, turn babyface, win the title as babyface.
Yep.
Wouldn't be a bad show. Wouldn't be a bad show.
I mean, there's nothing else you can do as there's nothing else you can do as a heel, though, is there?
Just pretty much beating everybody. That's right.
Yeah, literally.
So, but then
I don't know what they're gonna do with it. But obviously, she's lost now. She ain't gonna be happy about it, though, is she?
How's she supposedly gonna crash out here?
And then obviously we thought because Athena won that gauntlet match, we were like, oh, okay, Mercedes then is obviously going to win, right? And they're going to hand that back. But
Yeah, it was like,
I mean, Athena Tony Storm is also going to be a very good match. So I just thought they were going to hand thingy back.
yeah, no, I think Athena and Tony Storm is going to be very interesting. I mean, they're both very good at ring performance. I mean, and as Tony Storm, generational character. But Athena, obviously, I think she's still like the warrior goddess. I think that's what she gets called. It's yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I hope they do some good work. The co-main event was the winner takes all match to unify the AEW Continental Championship and the AEW International Championship and crown the inaugural AEW Unified Champion between Kazuchika Okada and Kenny Omega for the 5th time. And I thought this match was, while still fantastic, Kazuchika Okada, he won both the Continental, International, and Unified Championships, still got all 3 belts, so it was shook.
College was 7
Yeah, knockouts did play a factor into the finish, and Okada also took advantage, and I think he won on the Rainmaker. One thing I will say, I did enjoy the match. I thought it was also fantastic, but of the 5 matches they've had their legendary rivalry, this was the worst, but it was
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people say
very
that.
good. Still very good, though. But if you look at the first
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people say that they toned it down a bit in this match, and it wasn't as good as what they've done before.
and I can confirm. I did like the way they paced the match, though, for starting out slow before they inevitably went into the stuff they would normally do, which is get very quick and do a whole bunch of counters and smash each other with every possible move under the sun. The fact of the matter is like you have to remember, Kenny Omega is not the same person he was in 2018 Glorious Kazuchika Okada. Okada is younger, don't get me wrong. Omega is now older, but you have to remember he has had a bunch of injury issues since then. He's also had diverticulitis. You expected far better than what you saw. And still, by the way, still a fantastic match. And if you were still expecting it to... I mean, Dave Mercer's still going to give it like 5 stars or something anyway, like this.
Of course he is.
In my opinion, it was also... It's between 4.75 to 5 for me as well, still. But it's just like... I mean, it's the worst of the 5 they've had. So, I think Okada winning, right choice. Also, because they can branch off into the thing that they've been teasing between him and Kesta falling apart.
There was one thing that in the press conference after, Tony Khan said the Continental rules will be in effect for every title match now, and if the Continental rules would have been in effect during that match, then Don Callis would have been fired on the spot.
Okay. So the dog house.
Because obviously Continental rules, no one can get involved, right?
That's right.
right.
Yeah, so Tony's like, I would have fired you, but I didn't make it Continental rules, so I can't fire you.
Well, it makes sense because the international championship just
Tony.
No.
Yeah, but now he said Continental rules for every single title defense. So
Although although the immediate future or considering Okada as the unified champion seems to be Swerve Strickland, which I'm very excited for.
Yeah, that took a little bit of a... I mean, no one expected that.
No, but it's still a very interesting possibility.
Yeah, it's going to be good. But can Okada... I mean, obviously you're going to say yes, because, you know, it's Okada. But can Okada win without Don Callis?
Well, that'll be the story going forward, I think. Takeshi's in the mix where they go. Takeshi's be like, but you need his help, and then Don's obviously going to go furious with Takeshi for saying that. And obviously both of them going to be like, who's the best Japanese wrestler of all time, essentially.
And then they're going to put on a ban.
Well, Takeshi, I think, will be the best Japanese wrestler of all time by the time it's true. It is said and done. But Carter has that reputation right now.
And one more thing, Kenny Omega is now officially bitch.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carter.
That's it.
Kenny Omega is officially bitch.
Bitch. I mean, Kenny can't argue that, you know.
Wait, yeah, that point I lost to you. Again.
We have someone in the chat that says Brock Lesnar will return at SummerSlam.
What?
No.
No.
Congratulations.
Peyton's awake. Hello.
I've been awake. I've been monitoring the
You haven't
chat.
said it. You haven't said two words
we
since
bring up
the-
anything, we bring up WWE and then you come to life. Whoa.
Yeah, you haven't said two words since the sponsor heat.
Anyway, move on. I'd like to go over the main event, which was the Texas Death Match for the AEW World Championship. Hangman Adam Page defeated John Moxley. Nice
Okay,
finish.
I did not know.
35 minutes and 55 seconds. And to be fair, I really enjoyed this. It was barbaric, it was sick, it was gruesome, it was every single word under the sun since you could actually
It doesn't matter what it was.
mission.
The main thing is, did we get his soul hit?
We absolutely did, yeah.
Yes,
We won. We as wrestling fans won. Saturday night.
Yes, because I'm telling you right now, if John Moxley had won that match, we'd all be shouting right now.
You'd be like, why?
Yep.
Why have you done that? Only.
Yeah.
I even said on the prediction stream, AEW's public perception had a lot riding on the result of this match. So, and
Yeah.
luckily they got it right. But the finish was crazy. You had a lot of interferences. You had Bryan Danielson had a mask at first. I think he flew Psycho Me, Claudio or Yuto, or one of them, or both.
One of them.
And then Darby Allin, who must have been just chilling in the rafters for 6 hours.
Yeah, he was.
Descended
There
from the heavens.
was a video of him just chilling up there.
Was it? I made a joke earlier this week. He must have just been playing games on his phone.
He might have.
What else?
Yeah,
I'm not going to stare at the ceiling for 6 hours. You know what I mean? Just twiddling my thumbs. I'm so bored. Like, what if I need to pee?
What if he drops his phone?
So he's smack in the middle of the ring and like during the women's title match for the
They're like,
Whose
oh,
phone is that?
spoiler. Spoiler.
Oh, Darby. Everyone got out. Darby's up there. Man,
But obviously, he appeared on the Titantron first, didn't he? With that like video from Memphis.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. Another
And then he
recording
just-
though, and then obviously him and Danielson chased off Claudio and Yuto and stuff into the crowd. Well, I will say the cool thing as well is that Hangman brought back Ghost Town Triumph as entrance theme. I thought the nice detail it is, like, because they expected him to come out the heel tunnel, but then they went to the babyface tunnel, the babyface side of the stage anyway, and obviously he comes out with that song. Hangman had a fork
right?
hiding in his boot. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Hangman had a fork in his boot, which he stabbed Moxley in the head very early on. And obviously you have Marina Shafir, basically Moxley told her go get the briefcase quickly, and then Prince Nana appears out of nowhere, handcuffs her to the guardrail, she can't move, he grabs the briefcase, and then Swerve come down with the chain, he hands that to Hangman, he stands there, which has become a meme with his arms folded, already like a Cheshire cat.
Oh, that his face. That's creepy.
It's become a meme since then as well, which I'm glad it has, because it was
Yeah.
a funny picture. And then In the chain, Hangman hangs Moxley over the side of the ropes. Moxley, by the way, selling it on point. But like it was literally life or death. Out of
It's like the most he's sold.
desperation.
It's the most he's ever sold since he won the title, pal.
And then he taps out on his chest, and All In Texas goes off the air with the Cowboy doing some serious cowboy shit, winning the AEW World Championship, and he removed it from the briefcase. My God, is that title belt still so very beautiful?
And it still had Brian Danielson's side plates.
Which is a nice detail as well. Just, you know, it's literally been in there.
It clearly shows Moxley did not look at that belt once he won it. It was like briefcase instead.
If there's one thing you can say about Moxley, he's probably committed to the character.
I don't think Moxley even held it out. I think he probably just gave it to Mahina and was like, put that in a briefcase.
I think he held it
Which they hold hostage with that championship in that briefcase. I
They were
hated
also
that.
involved, and then they attacked him.
Yeah, no, well, you may have hated it, but you still got the moment of the belt being removed from the briefcase. It is back now.
It did also have to go off on a statue.
Yeah, well, that's why he did try to help as well. He got the chair stopped. I think they do.
So this is how they hinted him off TV for a month or
Yes,
something.
so he can rest up after being banged up. Or apparently been hurt for a very long time.
But yeah, like you said, this whole main event, like AEW's future was literally on the line here.
It was.
One mistake from Tony Khan here, and honestly, that company might have gone down a very bad path. But Kenny where Kenny is due, we give Tony Khan a lot of shit. Made the right choice here. Have to give him Kenny where he's due.
I'm just glad AEW got the right winner here.
I mean, and I'm glad they did not wait for Darby either, which we were scared they were gonna do.
With Heyman winning that championship, might be the biggest highlight throughout the weekend.
Personally, it is, but like, I don't think it was the best show of the weekend.
Yeah, but we'll move to one of the worst now, which was Saturday Night's main event. Just to go over that, because I've done that.
This show was pointless.
Very boring. So boring.
I got this one here.
Well, this show, right, was pointless.
Saturday Night's main event, every time they've done it, it's just got worse. Just like, they're phoning it in.
Last one had John Cena, this one had Goldberg, what, down kid?
Yeah, before we get to Goldberg, the first match is Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre.
Okay, that was good. It was short, but it was good.
Yeah, it's some jelly roll with Logan Paul stuff as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was on SmackDown too, yeah. I'm trying on SmackDown.
Yeah, Randy and Drew were got involved in the Jimmy Kimmel Live as well.
I always knew that Jimmy Kimmel was fragile.
Yeah, I saw that fucking. Well, that thing you said. Yeah, I agree with that. The way that Jelly Roll didn't choke them on Logan, I thought it was ruthless. Honestly, I don't know what it means to hear.
Apparently, the Undertaker's been helping to train Jelly Roll.
It's not that person to learn from.
No, but then if Jelly Roll gets it wrong now, Taker won't be happy.
You gotta slow it down, Jelly, okay?
Yeah.
You know Taker's gonna be there to watch. You know Taker will be there, so...
Yeah. So anyway, with this, Randy did win this one.
Okay,
Yeah.
Match, Jelly and Logan had a brawl with it. McIntyre kicked him in the face.
And then, match 2, Solo Sikoa taking on Jimmy Uso for the U.S. Championship.
I mean, it happened, yeah.
Yeah, it did happen. Just unpredictable. Ordinary, but like I know they were on TV. It was a TV special, but it was just like
So, yeah.
it wasn't particularly special.
And Solo did win this one. Yeah. And This one is the next match, Rollins and LA Knight.
Yeah.
This one here. And this one, Seth Rollins was originally would have won this match, but he is sustained with an injury.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went
Another knee.
he tweeted off the moonsault or something. Like,
He did, yeah.
and then he off the moonsault afterwards, and then he immediately went back to the performance.
Okay.
So it was bad to me.
This might be me nitpicking up things here, right? Because they said he knew instantly, right, off that moonsault. So, why did he go for the second springboard if he knew immediately?
That's true. I guess he was like,
If you know immediately, you're not going to do the second springboard where you know you're going to miss and land on your feet. That's going to hurt your knee.
yeah. But no, credit to WWE for changing the finish as well.
It was Seth that changed it.
He was like, so he said to whoever, well, obviously the referee's
He
like,
told me that.
obviously the referee would hear from Triple H, and then he wants to change the finish to LA Knight pinning him. So, off the DFT.
I don't think Triple H really had a say in it. I think Seth just told them to count the 3 count, to be honest with you.
Yeah, then I think he got escorted out.
Yeah, he was fuming. He was fuming.
And then, obviously, sad, especially if he's going to be out for a long time.
No, obviously, Seth Rollins has the Money in the Bank briefcase, right?
Yep.
Yes.
He has until June to cash in that briefcase.
Yeah, he does.
What I know is there have been alternate options discussed. I mentioned this the other day. There's 3 options on the table right now. They do another ladder match for the briefcase, which they'd probably do at SummerSlam or something.
Okay.
They just have a tournament for it, which would be very boring.
Yep.
Especially when
Or
they've just done King Queen of the Ring as well.
Or have him keep it.
Seth's group keeps it.
When he
And
comes
then
back.
obviously if he is back in time, he can still use it. And there was also a rumour going on that this was all work. Now, the thing is, I get why people thought it was a work, because everyone thought he was going to cash in the main event, right?
It's not.
But it wasn't a work. It was legit. He has a knee brace. He's on crutches. He is basically yeah. He's going to be out 4 to 5 months minimum.
4 to 5 or 4 to 6 months.
Minimum 4 to 5.
Which means the maximum is like maybe 9 to 10.
So here's the thing. I think they will keep the briefcase with Paul Heyman. Obviously, he'll just be holding it. And then Seth, I think like during one match when the world champion's down and something like that, Braun, you know, beat them up and stuff, Seth randomly shows up, wins the title or something like that.
Yeah.
It won't be as obvious when he cashes in, but he has until June. But obviously we don't know how bad it is yet, because he actually hasn't had an MRI scan because his knee was too swollen. So we still have to wait for that MRI scan.
He's probably got it at some point this week, or maybe it's still going.
Well, he was supposed to get it on Monday, but his knee was too swollen. So
There's still time for the rest of the week for his knee to rest the week.
yeah, but it's sad, man, because obviously everything on the whole was built around him and his faction, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, also, there's no saying that he can't appear on TV. You know?
Really can't.
I think he will when he's more healthy and stuff like that. But
I mean, he could do vignette, or like, you know, Tyson Sean, like on the screen, messages, satellite, whatever.
Or just like, you know,
That's my son.
like just like
But now that means
like promos and shit.
that Braun and Bronson have a time their chance to shine in it, which was never done in his last match.
I think this might change plans a little bit though, because obviously Braun Baker was the guy to beat Seth, but then is Seth gonna have the title in time for Braun to beat him? You know?
Good question.
You know. Who flipping knows? Also, this is why this show is pointless, because if you don't have this show, you don't have this match, you don't have this injury.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now we've got the main event. Gunther and Goldberg for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Gunther's
This went longer than expected, and it was better than anyone expected.
I think so. But the real headline of this match is Goldberg, how dare you damage Lil Nate Charles Robinson's ribs? Why?
Yeah, no,
Why used to be that poor little man?
He's been going through it recently. Remember John Cena, yeeted him away?
Yeah, well,
Now
Yeah,
Goldberg's
now Goldberg cracked up his ribs.
yeah, that's what I just said.
Willie,
Yeah.
just don't prefer in legend matches. You're gonna get hurt.
Obviously, yes.
Agreed.
But, again, I'll give credit where it's due. The match went longer than anyone expected, and it was better than anyone expected. It wasn't great, but it was better than any of us expected it would have been.
Yep.
Then Gunther won by making Goldberg go to Jesus.
Yeah, and Goldberg did the head thing by putting Gunther over.
Exactly. And then he had
As
to
much as
resign his
people
speech.
hate him,
Hold on.
yeah, that was disrespectful. Whether you like him or not, that was disrespectful as hell.
Yes, for sure.
And he was pissed about it, and he has every right to be.
I know they uploaded the full speech to YouTube and social media and whatever, but still, you should have let them be on the air a bit longer for him to do that.
But Goldberg said it himself. If that was Undertaker or John Cena, they would not have cut that.
Absolutely not, no.
So what's the difference? Obviously, I get they're bigger stars, but it's his retirement speech, you know?
Goldberg still is, like, one of the biggest stars in wrestling history, period, just for his work at WCW alone, with the whole streak and whatever, and running, all that. But then obviously, full run in WWE, but then it's like, still, he should have got his retirement speech.
Yeah.
So,
That was his moment. In front of his fans, in his home place.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if that was, what was it on NBC? Was it on NBC or Peacock?
NBC. For
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it was NBC that did it or if it was WWE that did it. But either way, don't do it again.
yeah.
Rude.
But obviously, Gunther carried Goldberg to a good match. Of course he did. But Goldberg obviously still had to perform, and he did.
Sure, he looked a bit ginger build and stuff when he was walking or whatever, but yeah, he did alright.
And he laughed when Gunther chopped him. I found that a bit funny.
I was like, are you mad?
He literally said it didn't hurt him.
Yeah, alright. Calm down.
Yeah, he was probably after the match was like, "Bop."
He was like, actually, that did hurt.
But at the moment, he was just laughing about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was Saturday night's main event. Probably the most pointless show you'll watch all year.
I agree.
Yep.
We'll move on to Evolution, which I have the results up for.
I thought this was the best show of the whole weekend. From start to finish, this was the best show.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's on level playing field more than just my opinion. But,
All in until that tag match was boring as hell.
yeah. guess. Anyway, Evolution started with the triple threat match for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship, so that was Becky Lynch defending against Bayley and Lyra Valkyria.
Match of the night, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
It was so good.
Obviously, we thought this should have main evented, but now we know why it did. But I still think it should have main evented.
On the build across the last couple of months alone, absolutely it deserved to. But, yeah, no. But again, Becky Lynch retaining at the moment is the right choice.
I like the finish too. The pin was very creative.
Yeah, it was. Becky Lynch doing that was very good. It actually shows it's a lot better than people give her credit for in the ring, which I still don't understand, because while she does nothing too crazy, she's still, for what she does, she's still solid, you know. Can't complain about someone who is safe, does what she needs to do. I don't expect everybody to do listen to me majorly athletic. Wrestling is of people, all shapes and sizes, and athletic ability, so you should be mindful of that.
And also for Lyra, this was big because she was obviously in there with Bayley and Becky, you know.
Yeah.
So we knew they were going to show off, like show what they could do, and Lyra held her on it.
Yeah, her stock keeps rising and rising, and especially after this first month, her and Bayley had another incredible match. So a lot of contendership.
Lyra's going to have a big future.
I think so too. Obviously, Lyra Valkyria is going to go on to the SummerSlam Championship. They just found out what's top 100 Raw after another incredible match with Bayley. But Lyra has good things coming to her. I think, especially now that she's showed a bit more edge to her character. Not Adam Copeland, you know what I mean? She's a bit more aggressive. She's a bit more forthcoming. She's very stern. That's what I mean. She's very more stern and serious in her words. Like her delivery is way better, and her actions are very serious as well.
And this is why, obviously, this is another reason Becky Lynch deserves the credit, because obviously, and Bayley, of course, because, you know, they're two of the best. And obviously, they helped her get to the level she is.
Absolutely, yeah. That's why the legend of Becky Lynch, which will transcend one day.
It's more than just in the ring, you know? And a lot of people need to understand that.
Yep. Next match, though, was the singles match for the NXT Women's Championship, and it was Jacy Jayne defending against Jordan Grace. Jacy Jayne had family and Jasmine Nix and Fatal Influence in her corner, while of course Jordan Grace had Blake Monroe. And as we alluded to earlier, Jacy Jayne did retain, but that's only because Jordan Grace was smashed in the back of the title belt while the referee was distracted by one Blake Monroe, who was turned heel. That opened the door for Jacy Jayne to hit her finish. Win.
I mean, to be fair, I think the match was good. You know, I have no complaints with it.
I know I was critical at the time of Jacy Jayne when she won the NXT Women's Championship from Stephanie McMahon. I found it a peculiar decision at the time. Because, maybe someone else could easily have done that, but then obviously Stephanie got something across. That's primarily the reason for that. But Jacy Jayne, I think, has really, really grown into this role as NXT Women's Champion. I think she's doing a lot of good work now, especially now that there's a bit of dissension and Fatal Influence. There's a bit of character work, a bit of storyline to it. And she's not just a figure who's just there, if you know what I mean. She's just, she seems to up the game a lot. Of what I call of NXT, granted I don't watch all that much before, really. No, definitely grown into the role.
Yeah, as you were saying, there was Jordan Grace too, which, you know, helped a lot.
Jordan Grace is arguably one of the best women's wrestlers in the world. So
she's also one of the most. She's also one of the most scariest wrestlers in the world, which is mad.
Yeah, as Blake Monroe is probably going to find out at some point.
Yep.
Anyway, next match was the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, which was the Judgment Day of Raquel Rodriguez, Roxanne Perez versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. So Ruth and Rosario. The Kabuki Warriors who were Asuka and Kairi Sane, which was won by the Judgment Day. 10 minutes and 50 seconds.
That's the right call.
I think so.
Yep.
It's right.
It's also a very good one.
It's also very solid, yeah.
Yeah, it is the right call. Like, you cannot have Roxanne lose on a paper like this. It might be just me here.
It's not all about Roxanne though. It's about the overall story they're telling with the Judgment Day, which is that Kel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez are holding on to the tag team championships, but the fact of the matter is that one of those actually belongs to Liv Morgan, and if they lose those in the meantime while she's gone, she's going to be furious with one person only. That's going to be little Roxanne Perez.
But before she got injured, there was a little bit of tension between her and Raquel. Could she get mad at Raquel for not, being the main one in the team? And
yeah,
she
I think so.
Her.
Yeah.
I think one thing also is I think Roxanne and Raquel will inevitably story with close together as friends. Yeah, they will get jealous of that. That'll be a thing. Yeah.
And then Roxanne will steal Dom
as well.
Dom's a monster.
He's a manslayer, yes. But no, I think especially this match, I thought Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss showed really good tag team chemistry.
Yeah, and also, right, I want to bring this point up. Everyone obviously gets mad at Charlotte because, she gets title shot. I think teaming with Alexa brings a new side of Charlotte Flair out, and they were getting cheered.
They were.
So I kind of like this because this is different for Charlotte Flair. She's playing a different kind of character here. Teaming up with Alexa Bliss is a smart move because they're both veterans, right?
Yep.
And you get to see the cycle, like a different cycle, a different version of Charlotte Flair, which we all want to see.
Absolutely.
And Alexa Bliss is just Alexa Bliss, isn't she?
He's incredible. She's got a being in the ring character work for him as well as stuff. Charlotte, she played one character pretty much 10 years at this point, nearly. But, so to see a different side and use the part evolution of her character is going to be, I think, a good thing. Absolutely, yeah.
It's nice to see Charlotte Flair get cheered too.
For once, get cheered.
I think so. Usually gets booed. I'm willing. I think helpful. So
she gets cheered now, but once she wins the title, then the boo her.
Yeah. Anyway, next match. You had a singles match, the WWE Women's Championship. It was a clash of generations. You had one TS, Tiffany Stratton, versus the other TS from a different bygone era, Trish Stratus. That Tiffany Stratton retained.
Yeah. Also another good match.
Well, it was only 8 minutes and 30 seconds. I think it might actually be one of the shorter ones on the night, possibly the shortest. It was the shortest, but still very solid for what it was. Very enjoyable.
Yeah.
And obviously, Trish putting over Tiffany was the only move you could have done in that match. Trish should not have won that match in any way, shape or form.
Then the crowd afterwards, Riley gave to Trish Stratus their thanks and her flowers. Yeah. There's no way she doesn't ever deserve it any time because she's Trish Stratus.
No, but we all just know she's going to be back. She's going to be back in like a month and get another one.
And why not? Be fun.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Being Trish Stratus is always a pleasure.
But yeah, it's huge for Tiffany though.
Oh yeah. Or to be someone, the status of Trish Stratus, nearly bit of easy messed up lineup by the way, but no, for sure, I agree.
And now we've got Jade versus Tiff at SummerSlam.
Which I thought they were going to do, and then obviously when we get to the main event there, I thought that was the direction they were going, but I guess now,
they fooled you.
Which is obviously, it did fool me, and I think it pretty much fooled most people.
Yeah.
Anyway, after do you say no?
I said yeah.
Anyway, this leads nicely into the next match because we have the no holds barred match with Bianca Belair as a special guest referee between Jade Cargill and Naomi, which was won by Jade Cargill. This was fun.
Yeah, there was tables.
a lot of crazy spots and stuff.
And there's Carnage.
I'm surprised Bianca didn't hit anyone.
Oh, or like she called it very down the middle, which every time there's been a special capture referee seems to be the thing they do. Like, surely you would at least see a bit of character work out Bianca Belair. Maybe her finger's not entirely still healed, but I know she'll be fine by the time we get to SummerSlam. So maybe there's just a little precautionary measure. So, like, we can't have you hit anyone just in case your finger's. Yeah. And
they also had to get her on the card somehow. You can't really have Evolution without Bianca Belair, can you? So.
No, not at all, but because of it went.
Yeah, solid match. Watched a lot of tables. Fun. It was fun.
Yep.
Jay did the win.
Yeah, because he's going to a world title match and stuff, so she loses.
Can't have it.
I think if anything, this result also is a good way to paper over what happened later. Like, you didn't think Naomi would probably come back from that. End up doing what you did, which we'll get to properly.
Oh, Naomi shut all of us up, didn't she?
Pretty much. Yeah. And then after that, though, we had the 20-woman Evolution Battle Royal, which was for a World Championship match named Clash in Paris. This went 15 minutes and 30 seconds, which was won by Stephanie Vaquer, last eliminating a Lash legend.
I think there was only two heel possibilities here. It was either her or Nikki Bella.
Yeah, either one of those two.
I think
and I know people are going to be like, oh my god, Julia was in there, yeah, but Julia. Okay.
As United States Championship to worry about.
So it was either Stephanie Vaquer or Nikki Bella. I predicted Nikki Bella, but I'm glad they went with Stephanie.
Well, if they want to take the future of the women's division seriously, which they have been doing, especially with the way Stephanie has been booked since being called up, I think her having a world title match, granted she might not win at Clash in Paris, is the right move. And I think Nikki Bella's seemingly, possibly short-term direction anyway seems to be feuding with Chelsea Green and the Secret Hermits, which I think would be fun.
Yeah, but I think that also might somehow lead to Nikki Bella versus Becky Lynch.
They could do that, I guess, if... I don't know, maybe they could do that out of the Intercontinental Championship. Maybe she does lose again to Lyra, and then Lyra and Bayley can go off for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, and then maybe Nikki and Becky can just do their own little thing without the belt. I think having a Women's World Championship match containing, which I will assume will be Naomi and Stephanie Vaquer at Clash in Paris, is an excellent move.
It'll be a very good match too. Quite excited to watch that.
Yeah, that's at the end of August there. We still got SummerSlam in a couple of weeks' time to worry about first.
Yeah, what's Naomi going to do at SummerSlam?
Just chill. Catering.
Just chill. Hang out with Big Jim, because he probably won't be on the card either.
Yeah. But again, it's two nights. There's every possibility they could give us something to do.
Yeah, but...
And I mean, Becky... No, wait, I think Naomi is actually defending the Women's World Championship against both Io and Rhea again.
Oh yeah, it's been announced, hasn't it?
Yeah, that was announced at Raw, actually. I don't remember that just now. I remember that just now, even though I didn't watch the Raw on Monday, because the only show I
even the bald guy told us, and we still forgot.
So I'm pissed at me every time he speaks on his own now.
Yeah, it is official.
I do love you, but just, can you be a bit more excited? I'm actually kind of more excited, but the point is just like, I can already see that's what you're going to do, okay?
Yeah, we already know.
I don't need to be told.
Well, he has,
the main event anyway.
He has to make it official.
Official.
Yeah, this main event, oh my god, what a match. What a match.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
It was the Women's World Championship match. It was initially one between Io Sky defending against Rhea Ripley. Very enjoyable match, which was 26 minutes and 20 seconds. If you before the Naomi cash in, it was probably about 25 minutes or something. No, absolutely, I think they really got this match on Rhea and Io.
Adam Pearce called it magic, and I agree with him.
It was magic. It's probably women's match of the year.
Yeah, it's up there. I mean, at the moment, you can consider it for contention for match of the year, but it's definitely going to be there for women's match of the year.
No, because like while the triple threat opener at WrestleMania 19 between Bianca, Rhea, and Io was excellent. I think this one surpassed it in every way. It's fatal for it. And
Both
obviously there was
a game here.
Yeah, I think Rhea and Io also being great friends on screen helps the relationship in ring. I mean, they've had a rivalry in terms of kayfabe over the years. The whole story was
Rhea's unmatched, isn't it?
whole story was that Rhea's never been Io, so that still continues for the time being.
Still being here, yeah.
And no, it was a lot of fun. I think we started out very slow, feeling each other out and stuff, and then they kicked into overdrive. But last 2 thirds, they went out into the crowd after a ref bump. Io did a crossbody onto Rhea on the floor. The crowd off those boxes. Then obviously they came back later. They were both of them went down, and then Naomi comes out like, "Whoa, look at me! I'm gonna do it!" And then she cashed in the briefcase. Because I was very confused at this point when I was watching the stream because I had my TV headphones on silent mode.
Yeah.
My wireless wants to speak to all of you fuckers for some reason. Anyway, and then she cashed in, did the split leg moonsault, I want to say.
She hit Io, and then the moonsault, yeah.
Yeah, split leg moonsault, and Io gets the 3 count. Naomi's a new women's world champion.
You know what, she deserves it.
I think so. Like,
She's
I
She's also good.
No, 100%. I think so as well. And I don't like to use the word deserved. I think Naomi's earned this, but she also does.
Yeah.
So for a long road she's been on to get back to
She's come back.
WWE in the first place, but then since she's come back, she's just everything she's done, she's knocked out the park. So especially with this new character, heel turn and everything, like just money.
Obviously, this match will be known for Naomi's cash-in, but everyone, legitimately, you cannot forget what Io and Rhea did in that match. Like, you cannot forget that. You know?
But yeah, good in-ring action, and you had the drama on later on where both of them were a bit desperate to, and you get the double down, and then you get Naomi going out and writing history.
And I know I've started to complain about her being how much she's getting pushed and all that stuff, but genuinely, she literally proved to us that she is a very good professional wrestler in that match.
Yes, for sure. I don't think she's ever been that.
Io, in my mind, probably is the best, or one of the best in the world.
And all, to be fair. Like, really,
Yeah,
like,
Io's
Io overall is just,
you will never get bored of an Io Sky match. Ever.
I never am. I watch them every single time. I'm mesmerized every single time.
Yeah, so, from start to finish, the show was superb.
Yeah, really enjoyed it.
And I mean, obviously a lot of people are going to put Owen out first, but, like, you could have an argument for this to be better, you know? The women showed out, and Triple H said, "You'll see about making it a yearly thing." Well, guess what? You need to.
Yeah, don't wait 7 years again or whatever.
Literally. With that roster and that amount of talent, they can do this yearly for the next.
Especially with the
years.
shit show you call on the night before.
Yeah. And people are complaining, "Oh, there's no women matches on Saturday night's main event." Well, yeah, because they have their own pay-per-view. Duh.
Well, the IWC is not very bright. Luckily for us, with
But
one of the portions on it.
in 2026, I want to see Evolution again.
Yeah,
So do I.
let's not wait for another 7 years, please.
The women proved they can hang with a man that held somebody. Okay? So, do it yearly.
fucking please.
With that roster they have, they can do it.
But maybe don't put on the same weekend as Beyonce ones.
Yeah, that didn't help. At least they didn't put that against All In, you know?
Yeah.
They gave the women their own time to shine. If you're going to put something against All In, put your 6 shows against them.
Well, Great American Bash wasn't particularly bad, but it was Saturday night.
I mean, Great American Bash was better than Saturday Night's Main Event.
Yeah, that's better than Saturday's Main Event for sure. But W is actually going to Evolution. And giving the women respect that they deserve, really appreciates that. And this is why women's wrestling do exist.
And we also got Vicky Guerrero saying, "Excuse me."
Yep.
I did that too.
That was the highlight. And there was obviously, I mean, nobody except the obsessive people in Connor's Discord chat expected AJ Lee to be there, including myself. I didn't expect it to be there. But Saraya not being there, that's a bit surprising. Obviously she's in Hawaii, but I'm still a bit surprised she wasn't there.
Taking a little break. Like she's got other projects she's focusing on at the moment. Right, she said she missed people to always ask her, when you coming back, when you coming back, when you coming back. Like she even said on Chris Family's podcast this last week that people ask her all the time, but you can't. She wants to do other stuff. You can't pressure her into. You know, I know wrestling's her entire life.
But she also said if the opportunity arises, she'll do it.
Well, she even said at WrestleMania was supposed to be New Orleans next year.
Yeah, she wanted that in return, and obviously she wants to return at the Humble too, but obviously that's in Saudi, so that'll be a little bit. Yeah.
It's funny because her WWE career was like, or main roster career is like, she debuted the Raw after Mania, 2030 in New Orleans, and then obviously she had to retire there in New Orleans 4 years later after WrestleMania 30. Well,
so yeah, returning there would have made sense, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Let's see, I think we will see her in WWE next year.
The Rumble, she hasn't got one of those. So.
No? I mean, it's in Saudi. It'll be a big pop.
Yeah.
WWE's all about the pops now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Just ask our OTC.
Which is one of the bigger headlines from this week, actually, is that Raw was the Gauntlet match main evented, won by CM Punk. He's about to get beat down.
I saw a lot of people complain that Braun Breaker didn't win that. Like, it made no sense for him to win that.
WWE don't do heel versus heel or face versus face unless it's like King in the ring.
Everyone knew it was going to be CM Punk versus Gunther. Everybody knew.
And some people complain that Punk don't deserve it. Because I don't understand why at this point. The obvious winner is Punk. But, like, if we are getting Punk and Gunther, that should be a good match at SummerSlam.
There's your main event for night 1. And then you got Cena vs Cody for the main event at night 2. I'm pretty happy with both those main events, to be honest with you.
What? What's the plan?
Can't complain, can you?
No.
I'll complain about those two main events. I'll say the right main events for SummerSlam. It's 1 and 2.
CM Punk in back-to-back main events of world titles. That's cool. Gunther and CM Punk's going to be a huge match. I hope the week builds. They can actually accomplish a lot, even though
I think the build. I think Punk will make the build feel something. You know, he made Cena's heel turn feel something in like what promos or.
Yeah, and then obviously Punk, Cena and Cody speaks for itself.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah,
today.
Yeah, you still had Roman Reigns return to help Jey Uso.
Yeah.
CM Punk from an attack from Bronson Reed with Brian Breaker following the bottom match.
We're building up to a Roman Reigns SummerSlam match either with Jay against both of them or Hillman vs. Paul Baker. One of the two.
I guess, but I think it'll be the tag match.
Probably, yeah. I mean, if it's the tag match, you can have Hillman and Jay win and they can pin Bronson, because I don't think you should pin Paul Baker, to be honest with you.
Especially now that he's getting a bit more spotlight now, Seth's not really in the picture.
Yeah. They're going to build that faction to hound him down until Seth comes back.
Yep.
But Paul Heyman's face was priceless. Mansoor Ghost.
No!
You had CM Punk in the hate, and then you had the other hate on the help. He's like, oh, for God's sake.
just screaming no over and over again.
He's like, Sam's not even here. You know?
Well, his issue is not just with the entire faction, they wrote him off after WrestleMania. So.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, Hillman did return. That's, I mean, you could say that. Obviously, WWE wanted to take the headlines on the weekend. I don't think they did, but they definitely did on Monday.
Yeah, for sure.
But I am not going to sit here and recap every single show. We can say who won their song title and then we can leave.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
No, we don't. We don't know.
Agreed.
And people watching don't know, do they know? But
It was the one whose logo says the Trustful one. It was him.
yeah, Payne won it. But I'm surprised he hasn't sounded it about 60 times already.
Well, he did over the weekend. I think he's done enough. But no, it's like, congratulations, Payne. You finally had a...
He predicted the Tony Storm match after saying for months he hates time with Tony Storm.
He probably won you the fucking thing.
Yeah, he did actually.
It's already over, pretty much, by the time All In was finished.
If Tony Storm knew how Peyton has talked about her, she would have been like, I'm not winning that.
She would do what she did in the media scrum, which is like, she would thank people, and then you'll probably be in the go fuck yourselves. Be in the go
Yeah,
fuck yourselves.
she did that to her mum, didn't she?
No, she said go fuck yourself.
Ah, okay, fair.
Or maybe thank you, no, might have been both.
I was just too focused on the fucking stuff, to be honest.
Yeah,
There's nothing about media scrums at time as Tony Storm she makes.
Yeah. Anyway, this has been a very long podcast.
It has.
yeah.
I'm surprised I was here. I'm surprised Liam wasn't asleep.
I think the band's a bit messed up. So,
Radio is missing in action because he has to work a lot. Fuck you, Amazon. I think Vega's working. Who's on a plane?
He landed, actually.
oh, half hour ago.
House is just missing.
Oh, it is. Yeah, you just don't
But what did you say?
So if anyone sees a Hoss box, please let us know.
Yeah.
If we miss him, we love him. We'll pay you a handsome amount of cookies if you find it.
And Liam will be in contract negotiations for more cookies coming soon.
That's
Yeah.
I deserve it.
Yep.
As always, like and subscribe. Fun content for us. We're on the road to 500, but we're on the road to 450. So make sure you press the subscribe button. If the subscribe button is still red, that means you did not subscribe.
Yeah, why is it head?
Make it,
Or it's black.
make it gray.
White.
Make it K, yeah.
Or it's red.
No,
Great.
White.
guys, if you click the subscribe button, you get a personalised message from Liam. You guys know that? Do it.
Is that my new contract thing?
Yeah, if you don't
We order you
if you don't believe me, if you don't believe me, do it. Push it. He'll say something to you.
We order you to do it.
But yeah, we'll be here next week. We're on the build to SummerSlam First 2 nights SummerSlam.
Can't
It'll be fun.
wait.
From MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
John Cena's on SmackDown Friday. Homer Hayes is on the last few episodes of Raw before SummerSlam 2.
And as always, Wrestle Arc